Guys, welcome to the best fintech business models today, covering Fiserv, the hidden giant of financial technology. Who is Fiserv? That's a question or the looks that I get if I mention Fiserv. Well, I then first respond, had you invested $1,000 at their IPO, you would have had more than $500,000 today. And yeah, it was a few decades ago, but a lot of the growth actually happened in the last 10 to 20 years, and they've been benefiting a lot from the fintech rise. They have exceeded $100 billion of market cap, so you can know them. It's not that they're really hidden. And last year they won the IDC Fintech Index, the revered IDC Fintech Index #1. And they're running a pick and shovel playbook, I would say. So they are not directly interfacing with customers. They are equipping fintechs with the tools to compete in the fierce fintech space. So what's the pick and shovel playbook? Maybe just briefly. You may know that if you have ever watched documentaries around the gold rushes in the Yukon or the Californian gold rush, both are pretty similar. The first people that were there, they just found all this gold nuggets sitting around in the rivers, and they just picked it up. And many of them got quite rich. But when that spoke around, more and more people came, and it got more difficult to just pick it up. Bend down, watch your back, and pick it up. But now people needed more tools, and those who sold the tools, and there's really interesting stories of families who just sold those tools, picks and shovels and whatever. They were the ones that made the money, because it got harder and harder to find the gold with all the people rushing in from everywhere. And I mean, the next step, it was the big players who just made the big money, who came with more heavy machinery. But yeah, that is Fiserv. They are equipping competitors in the fintech space with fascinating technology, and for sure the technology is not picks and shovels. We'll talk in a moment more about it. Let's say PayPal. PayPal is not a direct competitor of Fiserv, but Fiserv is equipping a whole lot of financial institutions, fintechs of all kinds, and traditional financial players with the tools to compete against different payment providers like PayPal. So PayPal has $1.5 trillion of total payment value in 2023, pretty big. But Fiserv had $4.5 trillion, not quite, but about $4 trillion of payment value go through their offers and infrastructure. They also own, as we'll see, some of the infrastructure. Some of the payment infrastructure, Star and Excel, is actually owned by them. That's part of the debit network. They own also Fiserv Now, which connects all sorts of, that you can see here, payment providers like Visa, MasterCard, or Zelle, which is a competitor of PayPal's Venmo, as one example, and also has more payment volume going through it. So those are kind of the things that they do. They also have omnichannel payments. So yes, it is true, like the likes of PayPal have more than just the PayPal button, which you also can use to pay with credit card, but honestly, it is a bit clumsy, for sure. But Fiserv has all sorts of partners. They got all sorts of channels, mobile and collecting of cash, and through their partners, devices, all sorts of devices under the sun. They're partnering with, I think, more than 40 delivery partners through which you can pay. The Ubers, DoorDashes, and whatever else there is. Large brands can implement branded loyalty currencies and pay through the dedicated wallet apps, etc. So there's a lot there. That's part of one of their solutions called Karat or Kara. Let's continue. Please like our video and subscribe if you want to get more like this, and help us, please. Let's look at another example. So there's Pay Theory. Some of you guys may know Pay Theory. They are a very exciting startup who's scaling up, and they are using quite a bit of Fiserv's technology. And what they're offering is for family services. So one of the biggest things are payments from families, underbanked and unbanked families, to schools. They say that this market has an addressable market of $80 billion. That's pretty big, by all means. And what are they talking about? they're saying that around 1/3 of US families are either unbanked or underbanked. So they cannot pay, let's say, when there's school tuitions or all sorts of events with schools. And I think we all, if you have school-aged kids, you know that. So like it appears almost like collusion there. Every week nowadays there's some event that you have to pay for, or your child misses out. There's like swimming, things that were free you have to pay for now, swimming or this after school disco or that event or this event. It's literally weekly, honestly. And so if you can't pay online because you're underbanked, you have to give your kid the cash. And who knows what happens with that cash? Yeah, if you have a teenage kids, that can be pretty problematic. It can end up whatever, cigarettes or this or that. That you need to be careful. So for those kind of people, Pay Theory has a solution, and it is based on Fiserv's solutions that they are using there. And there's 65,000 partners that can be leveraged within, and they say within an average of 1 mile of each school. QR codes play a role and other things. In any case, definitely it will increase inclusion, because if your kids don't participate in all these weekly or 2 weekly or 3 weekly events, certainly your disadvantage and inclusion will diminish and it will get worse. So that's just one example where Pay Theory is based on Fiserv solutions and the details we have in our book. But another one is integration to SaaS. So Pay Theory uses another Fiserv solution where SaaS companies can integrate payment via Pay Theory, and they don't need to use the likes of, let's say, PayPal or others, and or credit cards. And this integration is a native integration where all the data remains within the SaaS company, and is certainly much more valuable than getting the drip feed or the selected filtered data from the payment providers that you otherwise would use. And Pay Theory does this on a free / on a revenue share basis. So it's not a monthly subscription. In any case, Fiserv is currently trading very close to $100 billion market cap. Fascinating company, as I found. So why are they one of the best fintech biz models? They have a PaaS, platform as a service solutions. They got dozens of solutions, literally. They got infrastructure as a service solutions, banking as a service solutions, and everything XYZ as a service solution. They got merchant solutions, digital banking and payment, I think we've covered. Omnichannel we covered. They got financial infrastructure, pick and shovel we covered. They got a hugely wide segment of B2B customers. I think they got somewhere upwards of 70 to 80% in the top 7 or 8 retail verticals, including petrol and grocery and retail and this and that. They grow through their products, but also through acquisitions. Very interesting. They got a humongous partner network in the financial services space. Absolutely fascinating. Check out the details in our book on Fiserv and 5 other fascinating fintechs. We think these ones are 6 of the most exciting and best fintech business models today. Coinbase, Robinhood, and others, even PayPal, as we find. And check out the book. Go to our store, filter for fintech, and get the book now. Thank you. And like us, please help us.